work, I slay.
Okay, so the goal for now is to do a little bit of testing to look at damage numbers to see which is the better item immediately off the bat. What we are going to do is create 3 different dummies. Control Shift T. So 60 armor, 60 MR, and 2k HP. That is about equivalent to the normal ADC. Okay, so we have 2060 and 2500 and 100. So we don't have Conquer, so we don't have to worry about ramping damage. It's always going to be the same value if we crit. The way that we want to test this, I believe, the easiest way to test this would be by building stuff that doesn't have an on-hit effect that will also fill up our crit. So I'm pretty sure that what we would want would be something like this. 449, 449, 449, 449, 449. Okay, so this 449 is a very important number for us. 410, 410, 410, 410, 79. 410, 79. 449 and 49, right? Okay, so the way that Samira's Q is coded is kind of unique, right? It's a spell that can crit. So it's kind of like an auto attack. It's more akin to an auto attack, right? It draws minion aggro. So if we had a bunch of minions spawned here and I was hitting one of these with my Q, it would actually give me aggro, right? Now the reason for that is because it's not actually a spell. It's considered a spell effect for certain applications, but it's an on-hit. It's an auto attack, right? So 451, 451, and then if we swap to Navori, remember 451, 365, 655, and then if we swap back to this, 449. Interesting. $655, $449. Okay, so basically, I'm pretty sure that no matter what we do, we are always at a DPS loss with Navori. I think that Navori is only going to be useful. I don't think Navori will be useful ever, to be quite honest. So, with IE, deal more damage, right? Remember, this has 60 armor and 2000 HP, and this has 100 armor and 2500 HP, right? So 360, 360, 360, 360, and then if we swap to Navori, 360 was our last pop-up, 328. So we're losing a pretty decent amount of damage for this. But remember that Samira is also an auto-weaving character, right? So what we want to do is something like this. That is our full rotation that we're going to be getting out, right? That's auto, EQ, auto W, auto. What about the CD reduction? The CD reduction I don't think is significant. Your W is such a long cooldown. Look, 18 seconds with Navori. So because it's 18 seconds, you only get one of these to fight. And your E, sure, it goes on like a 6-second cooldown when you have enough stats and whatnot, but it's a reset, right? So you're going to get multiple of these a fight no matter how low the cooldown is. It's only when you have a hell of a lot of haste that it really matters. So, this is not considered a spell. Also, thank you for that sub. I appreciate all the subs. 655, 655, 410, 410. So 655, 410, 655, 410, 719, 449. So let's take a look at our normal damage. Let's do auto attack into EQ, auto attack W, right? This is like the most basic combo. Total damage of 2055. 2055. 1953. Huh. What ADCs you think might benefit most? Kate Jin from Navori? I don't think that there will be any AD carries that benefit from Navori. I think that Navori is going to be weaker on basically every AD carry in the game. I think that this item is bait. So, the reason for this is even the most spell spammy AD carries, such as Lucian, always end up going for about twice as many auto attacks as they do for spells. Even the most spell reliant AD carries in the game always go for insane amount of auto attacks. On the only characters that I could see that like this could be good on like Kog'Maw, who doesn't really need like item effects, but at the same time if you're building crit on Kog'Maw you're trolling. This could be good on like Lucian. This could potentially be good on Ezreal, but like at the same time it doesn't really make that much sense, right? This is with no armor pen. 449, 449, 449. Let's swap to an armor penetration item. Let's sell this. Okay, so it's 449 before, 499, 499. Shoot this thing. This should be about the same. 709, 709. 419, 419, 419. Okay, so 419 and 499. Now let's go ahead and swap to Navori. What's weird about Lucian is it puts him in a space where you're actually going to be doubling up on your passive autos, I think. And that's a bad thing. Lucian's ECD goes low enough if you're building for... I mean, this would be good for like the Kraken Slayer Fire Cannon build. Navori would be really good because it gives you CDR. But if you go Kraken into Essence Reaver in IE, I'm pretty sure that would be more damage, right? For Samira, I don't think that there's a reason to go Navori. Oh my god, this is worthless. Yes, and Navori is just abysmal on Samira. This is like... This shit's hot garbage. Yeah, in what fight are you autoing that many times? So let's say that I'm playing Samira, right? And I want to get to this guy back here. So I'm like hitting frontline. Bro, I literally can't auto for this entire fight. In order for me to even get my W back after comboing, I have to get like a Gorillion autos out. Nah, this is terrible. Yeah, this is not viable at all on this champ. This is a big no-no. If I were to just end up using this instead, look at my damage increase. This is insane. Yeah, this is not even a competition whatsoever. There is zero reason to actually end up building this item on Samir. Yeah, you're actually just getting hard baited. So, I can't see any situation where it would be worth having Quick Blades on Samira whatsoever. You lose too much damage. On top of that, the utility that you get from the cooldown reduction isn't actually worthwhile. If you're managing your abilities correctly anyways, you'll get more use out of them. And the W cooldown is so long that you're only going to get one a fight. If your cooldown is longer than 8 seconds, usually that means that you only get one a fight. So even if we end up going Navori on Samira, this moves down to 18 seconds, was it? Yeah, 18 seconds. Okay, so let's start the timer at 1350. 1, 2... It's a 7-second cooldown if we're able to maximize our autos. Which is still very long. So if we're able... I mean, I guess, like, maybe if you're sitting, like, in the backline, like, only... Nah, bro, this ain't it. Yeah, okay, so this item is just abysmal on Samira. There's zero reason to build this whatsoever. It's like a 7-second cooldown if you're able to maximize each and every auto that you get after casting your W to begin with. But if we're like weaving, or if we need like range extension or anything, or if I need to like dash in, especially if I'm using my ulti, I literally do not get cooldowns back. Yeah, that ain't working out. Oh, that is cringe. Yeah, this is a no-no. Okay, so Navori is never worth buying on Samira. We lose a significant amount of damage, even though we have the increased damage on our abilities. Because of the way that Q is coded and stuff, it like actually doesn't matter. Look, so once again, 455 2 times, 455. Let's go ahead and swap back to Infinity Edge. 499. Even just this damage on this would be enough for me to literally never, ever, 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 ever buy Navori on Samira. But, like, maybe, I don't know, like, I could see people arguing in a use case where, like, you're going front to back the entire fight, but at the same time, like, Samira's not the AD carry for that. When you play this champion, you're going to be weaving so many spells anyways, and so many auto attacks that you'd be losing so much damage anyways. Because every time, in order for us to even get style on this champion, right, we have to auto weave. Auto Q, auto E, auto W, auto. You know, like, this is the basis of the champion. When you do fast combo, you're weaving in autos here, you know? So, like, what's the point? If we only get ability damage, like, sure, there's a lot of abilities that Samira to spam, but that ain't it, Chief. Like, we're losing 50 damage for, like, basic combos per instance, so over 100 damage, just to have a little bit more, like, cooldown reduction. The cooldown reduction does equal out to being more damage, but of course your auto attacks are going to be more consistent. There is, like, actually zero reason to ever want to build Navori over Infinity Edge. Yeah, this is just doomed. I think that this item is not good. I think it's only good on maybe Lucian.